tell you what, it's not the season the way you wanted to start it out. But I tell you what, you've rebounded nicely since you were at Trussell. Is that Trussellville? Trussville. 93 points combined over the last 2 games. Are you kidding me? Was it like you get the bullwhip out of them or something? How did you get so much productivity in such a short amount of time?
Well, you know, we started off the season young. We graduated 29 seniors, and we have 28 seniors this year, but a lot of these guys have never played before. So we played a very good team from Alabama here at Trussville. Very high octane kind of offense, and we had the lead in the first half, made a lot of mistakes, and you know, just ended up on the short end. And our guys responded well, practiced hard, played a, you know, we think a good Pearl Cone team. It's going to be good, strong down in the, you know, the latter part of the year. But the guys just responded well. You know, it's we're getting ready to get in the meat of our schedule, Division II, here in the next few weeks, with starting with college. So you know, we got to keep going.
So, Marty, when you talk about the way you guys started, again, you opened with Hewitt Trussville, but you went to their place and beat them last year. So I'm sure they were geared up for a little get back. Followed up with Pearl Cone. You had Memphis Melrose. How does this early part of the schedule, do you feel like, get you ready for D2?
Well, hopefully, you know, it's about experience. It's about guys getting reps, and you said it right there. Hopefully, it's getting us ready to play when we get ready into the meat of our schedule. But you know, from a quarterback standpoint, from guys in the secondary, we got some young guys. We're starting a sophomore and at safety right now, but just getting them game experience, getting them reps, getting them used to the speed of the game. I think that's the biggest thing.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Now, for you guys, the last couple of years, so much has started up front for y'all. When you talk about being young, you're young up front this time around. Talk about that offensive line and how you guys are coming along.
Yeah, we're really young up front on both sides of the football, defensive line, offensive line. Guys never really, I think we had 2 guys that actually made starts last year, and that was just a couple times during the season. But everybody's new, and but we're starting to gel a little bit, starting to figure it out, I think. Coach Barkley, our offensive line coach, and Coach Brown, our defensive line coach, doing a great job getting those guys ready. So hopefully, you know, just a couple more games here, we'll be in a good flow.
Coach, you speaking to some of the guys that make your program go. You and I were talking before the program. We started taping here, and I asked you about some special individuals that you've had the opportunity to coach. You mentioned Ty Chandler.
Right.
4-year starter, basically. I don't think he's rushed for 1,000 yards under any season, particularly.
Right.
Just tell us what it's like coaching a guy that's already committed to Tennessee.
Yeah, he's a special football player, but I'd probably start with what kind of person he is. Just he's a fabulous person, a good student. You know, he's the kind of guy that you think could walk in here and just be the high and mighty and everybody bow down, but he's not that kind of kid. He's a humble kid. He just loves being a teammate. He loves to serve. He loves to be just a part of the program. He doesn't want any kind of special attention. So I think that's one of the biggest things. His teammates respect him for that. You know, on the football field, just been a tremendous player ever since he was a freshman. You know, as a freshman, I remember a couple games, you know, watching him. I'm like, man, I can't believe this kid's a freshman. What some of the things he was doing. But you know, this year, hopefully he's going to, you know, have a even better year than he's done. I know it's hard to do, maybe, but hopefully he's going to have a better year than he has the last 3.
Coach, I was looking at your team statistically. 13 touchdowns you scored rushing compared to 1 touchdown you scored throwing the ball. Is it easier for you guys to just kind of ride the talent that you have, or do you need to somehow find some diversity in your offense, especially come later towards the season?
I think, you know, balance is always good, so we need to find some balance. But bottom line is, you know,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If you're going to score a run, that's fine with me, you know. But you're right. I think we need to find some balance so we can. We're going to be in a game sometime where you're going to have some passing yardage. So you know, that's what we're working on really hard.
At the same time, Ty's got 10 of those rushing touchdowns, 40 carries, 489 yards to this point. And you talk about him having a better year than last year. He was the first ever NBA kid to go for 2,000 plus yards, finished up close to 2,600. What did he do from December to this year to get better?
But I think the biggest thing he's done is put on weight. I think he's put on 10 to 12 pounds. He's bulked up. He worked really hard in the weight room. He ran track in the spring last year and did a great job for our track team. So he's worked extremely hard. He understands, you know, getting that ball that many times, you got to be in physical physically in shape from just a weight standpoint and muscular standpoint. So he's done an outstanding job getting ready for the season.
Your strength and conditioning coach Sean Brock says he's put on 22 pounds. From the state championship game to now. So, to take care of Sean, we got to take care of him. 22 pounds. So
there's no doubt Coach Brock does an incredible job with all our kids in here. And if Coach Brock says 22 pounds, then I'm going to go with 22 pounds.
Hey, Coach, you, it's easy to talk offense, especially in high school, but you've got some kids on defense that are actually making a name for themselves, too. Harrison Graves, Jackson Hanna, Dan Parks, they've all registered sacks, or at least tackles for losses for your defense. Just talk about what makes them tick and how you see them developing.
Yeah, again, not a lot of experience out there. I think our biggest leader might be our inside linebacker, Brett Starr. He actually played every game last year. He's a big part of our season last year, and good leader. We actually had another guy we really liked was coming on, young junior, Gordon Pollock, had 2 interceptions last week, 1 for a touchdown. It's just kind of like the no-name defense almost, so to speak, because most of them have to play, but they're getting better, and it's about lining up right, being physical, and making tackles. So hopefully, we'll be there.
Gordon's got 19 tackles, 15 of them are solo.
So he doesn't need a whole lot.
Yeah.
Marty, you guys won a state championship 2 years ago, played for one last year. What has to happen for y'all to get back to football this time around?
Coach talk, one game at a time, which is true, but I don't know. It's just we're worried about ourselves. We're about getting better in every position. You can't worry about anybody else. You do take it one game at a time. There's of course a lot of things got to go into making it that far. Injury situation. We've been hit with a few injuries, but I think it's just staying the course and being able to handle. Adversity's going to come in any season, and we got to be able to handle that some kind of adversity. I'm sure it's going to hit us along the way, and just stay in the course. And if we can keep a lot of love in this locker room and guys not worried about who gets the attention and who gets this or who gets that, just focus on NBA football team, then I feel good about it. And that's kind of what we've been able to do the past few years. Guys just believing in that concept.
Coach, go back to the very beginning of the season. Obviously, you're talking about love in the locker room, and you guys are defending state champions. You suffer a loss week 1. What was the mentality? I mean, were there kids that basically took it upon themselves to get themselves out of whatever it was that they were in to lose that ball game, or was that something that you had to instruct? How did you handle that?
Well, I think it's tough. You work all off season. After your last game you played, you work all off season. As well as I do, that first game is big. All the things you're trying to instill, all the different, cliches, phrases, and all the stuff you got going, your themes, and then all of a sudden you get beat in the opening game. And, it's you got to rally the troops. You got to have some leaders. You got some guys that hopefully have been through a little bit of the war and can understand and be able to talk to the younger players. You roll up your sleeves and go to work. That's the thing. I don't think it's a huge secret. You just look at your mistakes on film and learn from them and go to work.
Am I right? Didn't last year you coach your son?
No, it's 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
What was that experience like? I mean, coaching your own kid.
Yeah. Actually, it was great. Wouldn't trade it for anything. It was. I hear a lot of guys say they wouldn't want to do it. Haven't liked it, but shoot, I loved it. It's one of the best. I coach quarterbacks. That's what he played. One of the best. Every Friday night, just warming him up. This old, rugged, 50-year-old arm trying to throw with him. Playing catch with your son on Friday before the game. So it was really fun.
Marty, you talked about coaching Cole 2 years ago. Last year you had a different quarterback. This year you had another. You've had to work with a lot of senior quarterbacks. What has that turnover been like from year to year, having to break in a different guy at that position every year, and how's it looking for you this time around?
Yeah, well, it's funny. Last year, Glenn Coleman was a senior, and on the freshman team, he was like 3rd or 4th string on our freshman team, and he just stayed with it and kept grinding, and graduated from Cole, and then He competed for the job and won it. It was a phenomenal season for him, and to watch him grow and mature and have the kind of season he had was just that's what coaching is about. High school, I think that's what seeing a kid like that where he was, just the way he ended up, and it was a tremendous year for him. And now this year with Ty Allen, who's a junior, he's just experienced. He's a tough kid. He's got a lot of heart. So he's learning how to make reads. He's learning how to do the little things, and hopefully he's just going to get better each game.
And I guess the great part of that for you is, again, he's a junior, so he's building, and you're going to have another year to work with.
Yeah, hope so.
Well, that's going to do it for our very first edition of B-Hop and Mo on the Go, destination Montgomeryville Academy. That's Coach Marty Uberard. Yes, I said it right. Uberard.
Second time you got it.
Yeah. Back to you guys in the studio.
We'll talk a little bit later about the pronunciation from Coach Marty Hughes. Now, I'm just going to say Uberard was the hardest thing for me to pronounce when we were out there.
But you got it just then.
I did.
Good job.
Hey, I love the authenticness that we are, B-Hop and Mo on the Go. We sit in the locker rooms with the funky shoulder pads and everything, right? I feel like it's one of those, who's that guy? It's a forensic pathologist. You know how they put that stuff on their nose so they can do their job? I think we need
to get some of that. But Marty did a good job cleaning up, though, before we got started.
He really did. So. Hey, real quick, Jalen Hurd graduates or goes off into the league, maybe next year or so. Opens the door for Ty Chandler. Is this a difference maker in the college level, do you think?
I believe so, and I believe that was part of the recruiting pitch by UT to Ty Chandler that, Jalen's leaving, Kamara's leaving, there's a spot here.
Yeah.
And you can come in as a true freshman. And having played college ball, freshman running backs can probably play a lot quicker than in a lot of other places. Yeah. But I believe when he gets there, he is a difference maker. Again, he's 5'11", 195. He's fast, strong, runs through tackles, runs away from tackles. I mean, you've seen him.
Yeah.
He can play.
He should have followed his boy Keyshawn Vaughn from Purple Cone up to ILL, baby. Keeping it real here in SEC country, right? I'm just trying to be real.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, hey, listen. This is the Zander Insurance Group. I say group. I shouldn't say the group, but this is Zander Insurance Countdown to Friday. Get your free quotes online now, or just give them a call. It's a smarter way to compare and save. Let Zander Insurance make it easy. ZanderINS.com. That's ZanderINS.com, or simply call them at 800-356-4282. That's 800-356-4282. We break down the AP Top 10 in districts all over Tennessee when we come back. As we go to break, here are the highlights from Oakland at Siegel.